And a warm welcome to the program. I'm Melinda Kinlami. Our focus is on the South today, but first, our top story. Palpable tension pervaded the Senate today as Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan returned to the upper legislative chamber amidst a sitting arrangement controversy and sexual harassment allegations. Security operatives fired tear gas canisters to disperse pro-Natasha protesters who stormed the National Assembly today. Senator Natasha arrived at the complex with her husband as plenary resumed after a one-week break. The Senate President Govt began proceedings by denying allegations of sexual harassment brought against him by Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan.
While I am aware that the matters are in court, however, I would like to state clearly that at no time did I ever attempt any sexual harassment on the said distinguished Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan or any other woman. I and my siblings were raised very well by my late single mother. She died in year 2000, through very difficult times, and I therefore have the highest regards for women. In addition, even as a state governor, I was awarded various awards. One of them was the one you wish to know, the most gender-friendly governor in Nigeria. I served between 2007 and 2015. In conclusion, I urge all Nigerians, particularly the media, and then, of course, the members of the social media, to await the court's decision. And please do not jump to conclusions on matters of mere allegations.
Immediately after Senator Akpabio's remarks, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan raised a petition under Order 40, accusing the President of the Senate of sexual harassment and abuse of office. Then requested permission to step forward and formally lay the petition before the chamber.
Petition is in my name against the President of the Nigerian Senate, His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabio, for sexual harassment, abuse of office, and malicious obstruction of my legislative functions. You may recall, sir, that on Friday in Arise TV, I did make some statements. And I have decided to narrow these statements in a formal petition against the President of this Senate. So if it may please you, I would humbly step forward and lay this petition.
Following the resolution by the Rivers State House of Assembly to give the Governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, 48 hours to present the 2025 appropriation bill to them, the state government says they are yet to officially receive the letter containing their resolution. This was contained in the letter signed by the Secretary to the state government, Tami Danagogo. But in an interesting twist of events, the Rivers State House of Assembly has disputed the state government's claim that they are yet to receive the letter on the House resolution. The Speaker's principal secretary informed our correspondent Charles Okworum that the letter was dispatched to the Government House on March the 3rd by courier delivery service, but when the courier arrived at the gate of the Government House, the personnel received a call from inside with instructions not to accept or receive, but to return to sender. The renewed push by the federal government to begin oil exploration in Ogoni land, Rivers State, has continued to generate reactions from stakeholders. The latest is from members of the Movement for the Survival of Ogoni People, who staged a march to demand for better negotiation.
Members of the Movement for the Survival of Ogoni People, MOSOP, are marching in Bori, the traditional headquarters of Ogoni land in Rivers State, to demand for better negotiation with the federal government over plans to resume oil exploration in the region. chanting solidarity songs and carrying placards with various inscriptions. The protesters call for transparent and inclusive dialogue between the representatives of the ethnic group and the federal government. They also demand the unconditional exoneration of their late leader, Ken Saro-Wiwa, and others who were executed by the military government in 1995.
We first call for oil resumption. We are among the people. We joined NICOP and some other group to call for oil resumption in Ogoni. But what is going on today, I will not be alive to see it. That they will say, people will say they should not exonerate Ken, that they should grant Ken pardon. Our President Tinubu is aware of this struggle. He was a member of NADECO, him and Anthony Nohora and others. He is part of this struggle, and I think he should not be deceived that Ken should be granted pardon instead of exoneration.
The demonstration terminates at Freedom House inside the National Secretariat of MOSOP, where the group firmly outlines its conditions for the resumption of oil exploration in Ogoni land.
That we led the Ogoni struggle, and we ousted Shell from Ogoni. And therefore, our opinion on whoever takes over the oil fields in Ogoni is critical. We are calling on Mr. President to urgently halt this process and allow a process that is transparent, that accommodates the views of everyone, so that we can have it seemingly.
Other stakeholders also emphasize key things the federal government must address while engaging in dialogue with them.
The United Nations granted Ogoni political asylum because of what happened to us on the 25th of December 1993. And we are here again as a people. 4 of our brothers were hanged innocently. What has happened to Ogoni people has not happened to any tribe on earth.
All what we need now is our right to. Without we, the MOSOP, decide about the oil, politicians cannot decide for us.
As the debate over oil exploration in Ogoni land intensifies, all eyes are now on the federal government to see how it will balance competing interests while achieving its objective.
Governing Board of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Mr. Chiedu Ebie, says the interventionist agency is poised to open up more hinterlands in the oil-rich region through good road network. He said following the President's directive, the NDDC will complete ongoing legacy projects in the Niger Delta to improve socio-economic activities in the region. The NDDC Board Chairman gave the assurance when he led the Managing Director, Mr. Samuel Wuku, other executive directors as well as staff of the Commission to inspect the 2-kilometer Ka-Ataba road and bridges in Rivers State.
We will deliver before the end of the year, and also so that His Majesty's wish will come through for them to be able to utilize this bridge that connects Kana and Andoni local government areas. Roads open up communities. It enhances everything, commerce and everything, and then it also eases transportation and movement of goods and services. So there are definitely a lot of potentials and benefits that would accrue to the communities and the local governments that this bridge will connect. But I think more importantly is the fact that this is a project that was initiated sometime around 2009 or thereabouts. So we're talking 15 years ago. And the fact that we've identified this as a legacy project and we're coming back to complete it is something that we must commend the Managing Director of NDDC and his team as well. So these are very important projects that we think need to be completed, as they have immense impact and goodness for good things for the communities around here.
The coming of this project from NDDC was a very big joy to us, because we know the economic benefits attached to this project. It's a project that started, and over time, because of one hitch or the other, it was stalled. And so we give God the glory that NDDC has decided to come back to this project. And I'm sure, with what we are seeing here now, it will not be too long. We'll be driving our cars into Ottawa. The economic benefits are enormous in the sense that it opens up a lot of economic activities to us in terms of linking up with the mainland. A lot of companies will have opportunities to come and look at the economic opportunities in Ottawa area, and it will make transportation easier for us.
A strategic move to tackle unemployment and poverty. The Bayelsa state government has empowered about 2,000 youths with vocational skills and essential startup tools. The beneficiaries who successfully completed the state's skill acquisition program received starter packs to begin their respective trades. Governor Oyediri reaffirmed his administration's commitment to human capital development, stressing that building a self-sufficient private sector remains a priority.
For these beneficiaries of the Bayelsa State Government Youth Empowerment Program, financial independence is now within reach. After undergoing months of intensive training under the State Skill Acquisition Program, they are now equipped with the necessary tools to launch their businesses. From sewing machines and makeup kits to solar panels and hairdressing equipment, the empowerment packs are tailored to meet the specific needs of each trade.
Our youths, men and women, are no longer solely dependent on others for survival. Instead, they are now empowering to drive economic growth and contribute to the development of our great state. I must acknowledge that there were doubts about your ability to train and empower 2,850 Bayelsans with starter packs. However, Your Excellency has proven skeptics wrong, demonstrating your administration's commitment to the prosperity of our people.
The beneficiaries are grateful to the government and give assurances that they will make the best use of their new skills and resources.
We started from scratch, and I believe so much that you've taken a lot of people out of the streets. With these handworks, speaking on behalf of myself, before now I couldn't do this.
Today, I am a CEO, paint producer, and a painter. A boy from the streets of Nembe, trekking the streets of Nembe and Bayelsa State in Agua. Today is a man that can stand. He said, when the mindset is wealthy, the body is well to do. You have built my mindset. You have pulled me out of the locality mindset, the primitivity before. He said, when you walk with the wise, you will be wise. Today, I have walked with the wise, and today I am standing before you because I have been a wise man. Thank you so much.
Addressing the beneficiaries, Governor Oyediri reiterates his administration's commitment to investing in human capital development, as he emphasizes that reducing youth unemployment and poverty remains a key part of his economic strategy.
I consider this as one aspect of this administration that we will continue to do so that our state will not be a government-dependent state. We will have a state that the private sector can develop, and you are those that will develop the private sector. I want a KPI, a key performance index, on the previous people. How many of them are in their businesses? How many of them are doing well? I want that document and that record. And we will do the same thing to these 2,800 graduates.
He also directs the technical advisor on entrepreneurship development to track beneficiaries' performance, to measure the impact of the program, assess the effectiveness of the initiative, and ensure accountability.
The House of Representatives Committee on Power says partnering with local meter manufacturers could accelerate the rollout of prepaid meters and ensure accurate billing as well as curb power theft. The Committee on Power made the remark during its oversight visit to a metering facility in Akwa Ibom State to explore partnerships aimed at bridging the country's metering deficit.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's presidential metering initiative is designed to revolutionize Nigeria's electricity sector by closing the vast metering gap. The initiative is in recognition of the importance of effective metering to the provision of affordable and reliable energy to Nigerians. This overnight visit by the House of Representatives Committee on Power is in line with this vision. Leading the oversight tour is the chairman of the House of Reps Committee on Power, Victor Onyemachi, who seems impressed by the facility's quality and standards.
Before now, the presidential metering initiative, they were not here when the last compilation was done. Now they have seen, like we have seen. I think it's going to be a different narrative. Like I said, I'm sure the renewed agenda of Mr. President Ahmed Tinubu, the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Republic of Nigeria, they will do the needful, where investors must be encouraged to enable if we must conserve our foreign exchange, if we must bring down the value, if we must improve the value of Naira. It means that we must patronize local manufacturers.
He commends the Akwa Ibom state government's commitment to boosting the power sector and assures local manufacturers that the federal government is ready to support local meter production.
Local content is not only for the petroleum industry anymore. It's all encompassing now that in every sector that the local content due diligence must be taken into to patronize our local manufacturers. So it is we to re-echo it. That is the committee to go and re-echo it because of what we have seen.
But a local manufacturer raises concerns about the challenges they face.
As a result of the fact that there has been low patronage and lack of demand from meter asset providers and distribution companies in Nigeria. But what do we get at the end of the day? Because we can't see you using all this capacity to produce meter. Therefore, we have to discountenance and jettison the fact that you have this capacity that you have demonstrated. We have what it takes to produce an average of 3.6 million meters a year. But from assembly operations, I can boast that we are able to do 7 million meters. But I will be very dishonest to claim that we will be able to do 7 million meters because we could assemble 7 million meters. And why is that so? Because the test and the proof of your capability is not in the number of meters that you can assemble.
This push by the federal government could be a turning point for Nigeria's power sector, where electricity supply is more efficient, transparent, and sustainable.
In Delta State now, where access to quality education in rural areas has been a growing concern for students preparing for tertiary education. In Ogoni Community Secondary School, students have long struggled with the absence of a well-equipped JAM computer-based test center. However, a push by the lawmaker representing the region and renovation by Cantina Security has changed the narrative.
Many students in the riverine areas of the Niger Delta region have big dreams of pursuing higher education, but the lack of a functional JAM CBT center has stood in their way for a while. Students living in Ogulaga community in Burutu local government area of Delta State now have a better chance to a brighter future following the renovation and equipping of a JAM CBT center in the community by the federal government appointed pipeline surveillance contractor Cantina Security.
Those of us that are from the riverine places like this, when we want to go to higher institutions, we'll have to go through the rigorous process of first going to the interlands to sit for JAM. Most times we even fail because our foundations are not too good. That means you have to be crossing this river every now and then to go and try until you are able to make your JAM and progress to higher institutions. In the rural areas,
the lawmaker representing the area at the State House of Assembly, Julius Ponde, says the aim is to improve the standard of education in rural areas and ensure students have access to the necessary resources for a smooth transition to tertiary education.
Before now, you know, children cross the IC to the interland just to write JAM. That is a very tedious process. But today, we have this center in our doorstep. The first of its kind in the riverine area. In the name of Jesus. Amen.
The facility is officially inaugurated, with Tantita promising to continue to support education, especially for those in the riverine areas like Ogulaga.
We have plans of making education a benchmark for children. I said earlier, education is not about age. There's no age for education. We have people going for their doctorates in their 60s, in their 70s. So we have made it known to people that we don't have an age limit for education. So whenever anybody is ready to go to school, we're here to support.
For aspiring undergraduates, the development is nothing short of a dream come true, as it brings them closer to achieving their academic goals.
As the rainy season approaches, the Cross River State government says it's poised to ensure the state remains clean and serene across the 3 senatorial districts. Speaking in Calabar, the state capital, the Special Advisor on General Duties, Dr. Ekpeyong Akiba, explained that the Basio II administration is committed to ensure the state continues to remain the pride of its people as one of the cleanest states in the country. According to them, officials of the Calabar Urban Development Agencies as well as the Ministry of Environment are putting measures in place to ensure proper disposal and free drainage systems.
As part of ongoing efforts to maintain a cleaner, greener environment across the state, especially during the rainy season, the Cross River State government has reassured residents of its commitment to ensuring prompt refuse evacuation. The vision is to keep Cross River State clean and green for all. The government is increasing the frequency of refuse collection across the state and is also working on more efficient ways to keep refuse dumps empty at all times by ensuring that those saddled with the responsibilities are not found wanting.
We are happy that the Calabar Urban Development Authority have been able to swing into action and ensure that there have been proper evacuation. And we wish to sound this warning clearly that people should adhere to the directive of dumping refuse only from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. to enable refuse evacuators to coordinate the evacuating process, whereby they can use all through the midnight to daybreak to evacuate refuse.
To see to it that refuse is cleared on time and the environment remains pristine, refuse collection trucks are now operating more frequently, with teams working in key areas where waste is often accumulated.
You know, there's a lot of population around here, and this waste is quite hazardous. So we have designed a new formula for them that will be taking away this waste every 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, 2 days. And we won't find it. You can see that for a long time now. We never had this kind of thing.
Residents thank the governor for his efforts towards promoting a serene environment.
If there is any other special place where they will remove this refuse and keep, it's very nice, because the thing is more than this place. And this refuse, to be sincere, is not only from the market. People from the other streets, they come here. They slaughter their refuse. All they will do, they will bring the dump all here, which is not good on our heads.
Cross River State residents now look forward to a cleaner and greener environment where refuse is promptly evacuated and the state's natural beauty is preserved for future generations.
The River State government has officially handed over an AW-139 helicopter to the Nigerian Air Force to enhance security operations in the Niger Delta region. The aircraft, which had been grounded since 2020, is expected to bolster tactical airlift, search and rescue missions, as well as protect oil facilities. During the handover ceremony at the Air Force Base in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, Governor Siminalayi Fubara described the move as a demonstration of the government's commitment to safeguard the state and the Niger Delta at large. He noted that as a member of the Governor's Forum Committee on the Protection of Oil Assets, it's his responsibility to support effective security operations in the Niger Delta region. And just before we end the program, I'd like to inform our viewers that the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission has fixed August the 9th this year for the local government elections. The Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RSEC, has fixed August the 9th for the local government elections. And that's the program today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Melinda Akinlani.